All we can do is sit and wait. Oh baby, all we can do is sit and wait. All we can do is not what they say. Sit and wait. Guys, I'm sitting and waiting for you to come back. I'm sorry, we had a technical hitch and the setting was the problem. I had to go back, but I'm back. Clearly, you can see the topic you're about to delve in is about these. Can you hear me to start with? And for all the returning subscribers, thank you so much. My name is Miss Jackie 254. I do lifestyle vlogs, dog lifestyle, and everything in between. Back from where I come from, it's pretty cold, super cold. I don't want to share this link again because the time I shared the link for us to talk about it, I got some technical issues and ended up not being live anymore. So I want to just share my take on this issue to do with Kenyan government like underrating the protests. First of all, let's start with last year. Last year, as much as people might say it's not a win, yes, we lost some few millennials and some Gen Zs. Well, it was a win because the point was driven home. The Kenyan government had decided to overtax its people, and the donkey had gotten tired. The donkey is the Kenyan citizen. I think if you've ever done the literature book called The Enemy of the People, The River Between, Kifo Kisimani, all those literature books usually tell you the what? I want you to say hi as you join. I'm really sorry. I had a technical hitch. Whoever has joined, I had to go offline and reset again for us to start again. And you can chime as well on the chat section and say where you come from and what do you think about these Kenyan protests and how the government is treating the Gen Z. Are they being underrated or we are just going on well? For me, my take, I will simply say we have very arrogant political class. The political class is very arrogant, from the executive, the entire executive, as in members of parliament, the president, everybody is just arrogant to what the Gen Z are trying to put across. So my take for me to think through is just my thoughts. I think they're underrating the Gen Z because, first of all, the political class think about themselves. They only think that these protests are rotating around who is mightier than the other. Let me tell you, and I'll just call out their name. Ruto thinks Gen Z is in between the fight between him, and the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. I just want to say my take, both of you should sit down and rethink again because, first of all, Gen Z and the millennials, it's a lot of leaderless, tribeless. It's a lot of tribeless, leaderless, and very focused with the cause. Like there's nothing to do with tribe and all that. We just want good governance, and what we call accountability. But the political class happen to think, or in their heads, they think it's a battle like the days of Akina Matiba, the likes of Akina, what's this name? Wangari Maathai, the likes of Paul Ngei. They think that is what we want or that is what is going on. I don't know those advisors of the president, what they're doing, because if I was an advisor to the president, I would simply create maybe a small ceremony like a public holiday, like now the commemoration of the people we lost last year, 2024, during the other protests of 2024, where we lost like 60 lives. And this year we added more 15 lives that got dead. I think I would advise him to have like a commemoration day and open a forum whereby these Gen Zs, all of them, to go either to that state house or In fact, I feel so bad that he's going to be using 1.2 billion to basically renovate the State House church, whereas we're trying to communicate something more important than building a church. All he's doing is using his power to kill lives. It's not making sense. So if I was his advisor, I would think the best thing to tackle this, because personally I'm already tired with this protest that we are losing more lives than being heard. I would create a particular day. All the Gen Zs, all the millennials come to a certain place, being escorted by the police or the security personnel, the militant, or all those security personnel to escort those protestants, because some of us, we have things to say, but because of the fear that you'll go and die, you can't show up. You create a forum where we'll come, all of us, and tell you this is how we feel that the nation is going. It's not going in a good way. Just a mature way of dealing around this issue. But the problem is the government is sending guns through military or through security forces, killing and infiltrating most of the protests that is like peaceful, bringing guns and killing people who just only have water and a handkerchief and a flag and placards to just say that this is how they feel. So for me, I feel that they're underrating the new revolution. They're underrating the new revolution, because if only somebody would advise him and tell him that these kids are not kids anymore. We understand the policies of our nation. We understand the governance, how it's going. We can read through the lies. We can read through people who are just making things not make sense anymore, because making people die for no apparent reason, misuse of power. We can read through all that, and somebody can mark my words. The more we are dying, the more the youth are dying. Trust me, you come 2027. I'm sorry to say, you president, you just go home. You will honestly go home. The other day you asked, why are you asking you asked us how we want you to go home. Clearly, we gave you the power to sit on that seat and execute the mandates that is supposed to be within your power, but now you're going against the will of the people, and the power belongs to the people. So I think it might take 2027. With this new generation, you're going to go home. Even you can ask me how. We are going to vote you out. We're going to vote you out because where I'm sitting from, I think you're so arrogant. You're so arrogant. You're prideful. You are using more of dictatorship, and this is not the nation we want. This is not the country we want, whereby you use a lot of force. And I don't know why you're taking back to Moi era, which is not making any sense anymore, to be honest. Because I was sitting watching news, and you were busy there saying that you're going to build church with your 1.2 billion. Where did you get that 1.2 billion where somebody is living under $1 at the moment, and you say there's no money in the country? I think you're using a lot of lies which are not working. And then you're forgetting this generation. It's not like our fathers. It's not like our mothers. The baby bloomers, people who were born in 50s, who were born in 60s, who were born in 70s, they can buy some lies, but we the millennials, the Gen Zs, and the people who are actually woke, we are not buying the lies that you're bringing on the table, given that we are the ones voted you full of your promises, which we can't see anymore. So I came here to talk about that and feel like Sabasaba is coming on Monday. And somebody somewhere who should advise the executive before they go shooting out people. Why don't you just sit down and create forums whereby they can speak out their issues to you people rather than killing them? And the ideal that Honorable Esther Passaris was bringing on the table has some sense, but has some sense to some extent, but at the same time, it's murky. Let me say that's the word I can. It's murky because you see, when you're dealing with protests, you're not dealing with kids. These are not a bunch of school kids that you can tell them to go to a certain place and stay there and do this. Given that these 2 years protest has been leaderless, has been tribeless. There is nothing like leaders and everything. It's people who are pushed by almost like, I don't know, it's the universe conversing, but it's a common goal that is pushing people to actually bring out their complaints to the executive and just tell them that we understand, we give you the seats to do certain mandates, but if you're not delivering as per our expectations, you ought to go home. You ought to go home. So coming Monday, we are going to have Sabasaba, where we'll be celebrating the likes of Wangari Maathai, the likes of Matiba, the likes of there are many. There are many of them. We're going to celebrate them. So as people are coming out, because people are going to come out because of the anger and the things that you've been doing, I think somebody should advise the current. I think somebody should advise the current executive to think through, because right now people, I think you should even work on emotions. You're not intellectually okay, you're not emotionally smart because how would you just let people to come out and shoot and kill? Like more common sentiments were not making sense. Last week he was busy saying shoot to kill, which is in the current civil world, that is not the way to go. This decorum and the fact that he's a learned friend, I think we are not in the 80s and 60s and 40s whereby we feel like we are colonizing our own nation, which is not making sense. So I think those who advise the executive, would you just try and show him that the youth or the young people in the country really want to have a conversation, not necessarily chaos. Personally, I'm already tired with the chaos. Personally, I'm already tired with the chaos, and I don't find the sense why there should be more extrajudicial killings. And that's what I'm saying with a lot of confidence. But honestly, the president, if I was your advisor, if you're not going to change, you're going to go home 2027, because people are tired with you. People are honestly tired, and the people who are surrounding you, they're lying to you because they're not telling you the truth. And if they're telling you the truth, then you must be one arrogant human being and very prideful, because you forget the power belongs to the people. And constitutionally, we shall vote you out. And you can't be using our money and expect not to be asked questions. Because if you had your money, why were you buying for a presidency if you don't want to be asked questions? Any public seat that somebody gets to sit on, if you really don't want to be asked questions, if you really don't want the people to ask you critical things, you better not even sit on those seats. But come to think of it, if I look it critically, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm a Bantu. I come from the mountainside of Kenya. And our president is a Nilot, I believe a plain Nilot. he's a Kalenjin. I'm not being tribal, but truth to be told, I think pastoralists are not good leaders. I said what I said because pastoralists are not good leaders due to their suffering. I think this is a cultural issue with our president because due to their suffering in their life, if you've done your history right, I mean, they keep on having that dictatorial mindset of ruling people, dictatorial mindset of doing things, dictatorial mindset of commanding staff and thinking everything that they want to do has to be their way. If you can't do their way, it's you gonna hit the highway. So I stand to be corrected, but if my history serves me right, pastoralists should not be leaders because clearly we can see our own president is a pastoralist, is from those sides of he's a Nandi, and the way he behaves clearly shows the cultural defects of where he comes from. And I'm not being tribal because he's not sitting, he's not thinking what people are feeling about him. He's just using he's misusing his power just to serve him, and we the people are the ones who put him there. Because tell me how in a span of 2 years so far almost 85, no, last year was 60 people died, and this year around 15, quote unquote, that we are being told clearly they are 15. By the time they closed the media, they shut down the media in a span of 3 hours. We are not sure if there were only 15 people who died. I tend to think there were more. Again, that is another dictatorial behavior. There's freedoms of speech as long as I'm not going beyond my stand. I don't think I should be monitored how I express myself. I express my ideas. So, in a span of 2 years, tell me how, under Commander in Chief, we have lost almost 65, no, 75 lives. Tell me how can you tell me that country is at peace anymore? So, personally, I'm already tired with these protests. And somebody should sit down with that executive and talk to them very well and tell them we want to express our freedom of speech, freedom of expression freely without extrajudicial killings. And if you're not going to take that, trust me, whether you like it or not, you're going to be a one-term president. You're going to be a one-term. I was refraining to keep on saying that, but it's time now we just speak out as it is, because he's not listening. He's not coming out clean to tell us. I'm not even being personal. He's not listening. He's not listening, because if you will listen, you'll be able, as a commander in chief, you'll be able to control those police who are acting like goons. You're not listening anymore, and you're already tired. Personally, I'm tired, to be honest. So I think he's underrating the executive. The Kenyan government is underrating the protests, and I will come out here clearly and tell the likes of Akina Eugene, Akina Kalonzo, the likes of Akina Rigiji, the likes of the other party, now the Kenya Kwanza. This time round is not about you. It's a revolution. It's not about you anymore. Guys, it's not about you anymore. So stop politicizing the issues that are affecting the common mwananchi in bid to take sides. Because to be honest, if I would tell you the truth, we don't care. Rigiji, we don't care. Even if you call yourself a cousin, we just don't care. We just want accountability and good governance. So stop politicizing these Gen Z protests and thinking it's just about a Gen Z siding with this side of. We actually don't want you old folks. That's the honest truth. And by the time you realize that, by the time it sticks to your head that it's not about you anymore, it's about a nation that is There's free corruption. There's free corruption in the country. There's job availability. Some of the people stick to jobs for over 80 years. An old person, you have gotten to the age of retirement, you just don't want to give out the seat. You just want to die on that seat. Well, there are well-educated people who are out here with degrees, with masters, with PhDs, and you don't want to give them chances. It's no longer about you people anymore. It's not about you anymore. It's not about you people anymore. So by the time you realize it's not about CG, person A being better by person B, it's an entire revolution. It's an entire revolution. So stop killing the young people and just take time, create a rapport and have communication flow, the communication flow to be fine. And you should not be shutting down the media houses for us not to get information. Nowadays we have our own medias, we can create our own content and all that, but you should work together with the media that is already certified, and the likes of Standard Group Media. I love them so much because they don't fear, they say things as they are. As much as you shut them down, we are going to watch them. Make a rapport as executive and have a time to speak with us youths and young people. Just give a listening ear. It's about communication. This is about communication breakdown. Otherwise, when the communication breakdown is good, the nation will run well. But hii kifua, yani, there's too much of use of force and forcing issues to people. It's not going to work for you. That's my message to the president. It's not going to work for you. The time you come down to their level, it's, let me say, like the way Kibe normally say, it's a psychological thing. Nike odo psychological. You understand that these people are emotionally having like need to be listened to. And when you understand the need to be listened to, there's going to be no more communication breakdown. And when there's no more communication breakdown, there's able to sit down as sober minds and say, this is how we want to drive our nation. This is how we want our nation to be. And also being, what do you call it? Being honest enough to be able, like, the president should tell us the truth, like, this is how the economy looks like and this is how bad things are, rather than just caving in and giving us mere pointless, senseless ways of saying that things are working when clearly we can see things are not working across board. And imagine the nation will be at peace. Because can you imagine the parents who lost their kids? Can you imagine those people who are still saying they're going to protest on Monday and still are going to be shot? I mean, how long, how many more will you kill? How many more lives, young lives, are we going to lose for you to understand? All we are asking for is accountability and just being listened to. There is more to Kenya is bigger than all of us, including you, the president, including all of you in the executive. And let's stop politicizing these issues and just come down to a level. Just come down to a level, communicate with us, and you'll see it's very easy to run the nation. Because I feel that you're being prideful under our taxpayer money, under our money, under, this. When you get prideful with other people's things, it's very bad, rather than being prideful with your own things. So that's my take. I feel like they're underrating these protests. They're just underrating them. I don't know, what is your take? Do you find that the executive is underrating the protests? You should comment there, tell me, this is how you feel, because honestly, me, I feel that this president and the entire political class thinks it's about them. It's beyond that. And the time you guys realize it's beyond politics, you will tap yourself and you'll give yourself thanks. To be honest, I won't lie, I hated my own member of parliament. And that's why I'm saying, from where I'm sitting, it's good for you to listen to people. I'm from Madeira constituency. Yes, and I'll say it on camera. I'm from Madeira constituency. I've always hated Mumbi, Eric Mumbi. By the time he took the time and came to the ground and spoke to the people, the time he took his time and came back to the ground. I'm not even like advocating his good or his whatever. I used to hate him so much, but the time he took his time and just came and spoke to the people, just interacting with the common mwananchi and giving some hope to the common mwananchi despite how the Kenyan economy is, you would see a mind shift or the way people think about somebody. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. I don't know, the executive in Nairobi think sitting in those big houses in Karen, sitting in those seats in parliament is going to change anything of how the common mwananchi perceive you. If you would just, and that's why I'm saying it's a psychological, it's a psychological thing. Just come down to the level of a common mwananchi. Understand they're the ones who employed you. People are so hopeless out here. Come and talk to your people. And now for the president, have a sitting with the youths. People coming, even create a forum where we can just come close to State House, even if we stay outside, instead of barricading. Throw a party. No, throw a party, throw a luncheon, throw a coffee out, or just people to come and sit close to you and just talk to them. Because I've said I'm from Madeira constituency and I hated my MP so much because we don't have good roads. People here have been trying to talk to him. He sometimes he wouldn't listen. By the time he lowered his whatever and came to the ground, I changed my perspective of seeing how he is. The time we started interacting, that is when I realized, oh, he's not a bad person. He can listen. He can listen. And that's why I'm saying, if all the executive people would learn that tactic of like communicating with common mwananchi, going qua ground is speaking. It's no longer you, how you're political, you have a political prowess, you've been there over 30 years and you think that is enough. No. The new generation, you're not looking at that. This new generation, you're not looking at that. It's your work. It's your relatability with the people. Do you understand them? Do you feel how they feel? Do you understand the situation on ground? Or you just think because you're eating siagi, because you're high there, and somebody who has been eating down here maybe almost close to no meal a day would care how you're living in your current house. Let me tell you, this is a psychological thing. And if you think these protests are going to stop anytime soon, let me be a prophet of doom. They are not going to stop because you have not yet understood. It's no longer political. It's beyond politics. So stop politicizing the Gen Zs and millennials protest and come to their level and listen to what they are saying. Just give a listening ear. And I'll keep on repeating a million times, I hated my MP. By the time he came to ground, I changed my perspective. So even you, the president there, and you, those weird advisors like Itumbi, if you're not telling the president the honest truth, Sugoi ataenda na si tafadhali. Sugoi ataenda because people are bitter with how he is ruling the nation. Because people are bitter with all his empty promises. People are super bitter. So if you can't learn the psychology of dealing with human beings, let me tell you guys, you're going to go home. You're going to go home. That's my honest opinion. You're going to go home come 2027. And this is going to be big because you guys, you think it's political. You will be shocked. Because I won't lie, from next year we'll be rallying on people taking their voters card. All the people who have all the people who have hit 18 years and above. I won't lie, next year I'll be here asking everyone who is 18 years and above and is Kenyan, whether you're whatever or whatever, you'll have to take a voter's card because where we have come or where I'm sitting from, these people are underestimating our power. They're underestimating our revolution. They just think it's about them. That's why today somebody will come with a new phrase this way. The other one will come with another phrase to back up. The other one will say this one is tribal. The other one, no, it's not about that. We want change and real change that is working from uko chini mashinani to From here in the villages to back there into the city, from wherever. We want pure change. From the smallest village to up there. And that's what I'm saying. The time my own MP came to ground, my perspective started changing because he listens. He came to a point to listen to what we are saying. So if you, as an executive, you're up there and you think you'll stay in that parliament forever and you're not going back to your people, 2027 is coming. And you think you're political enough, you will find us on the ground. You see, this season is no longer like 1982, like 1992. We have the new digital platforms. We will campaign with these platforms of ours. You realize that the young generation has a voice, and you learn to listen and listen to the people, not using kifua, yani dictatorship, like forcing power on people. We the people, we have the power. So if you're an MP out there, if you're a MCA, in fact, me, I'm not even interested with who you are, as in, as long as you're delivering, there is deliverables as my lead, as do I have good environment of doing business? Do I have conducive air at the constituency I'm living, or whatever I'm doing my business? It's conducive. We don't care which tribe you're coming from. That's what we want as the new generation. We want things that are working for me and for the other person, not things that are working for only the elite and the political class. So those who advise the executive, please advise them accordingly. It's no longer political. It's no longer political. It's more of what are you doing to your people. And so when it comes on Sabasaba on Monday, please don't kill people. Just take your time. Don't send goons. Instead, those goons you're paying 50 shillings and 200 shillings. How about you tell them to mobilize people to sit where and eat bread and maziwa and talk to your people? I've not seen any leader who is coming out and giving those people who are protesting handkerchiefs. I've not seen any leader who is coming out there with like loaves of breads. I've not seen any leader who is coming out there with like bottles of water. You're just coming out with cans while you're trying to voice out our issues, and you think you're smart. You better rethink again. This is a new revolution. You better rethink again. Come 2027, you'll be shocked. If you don't re-strategize your moves and you don't listen to the people, you'll be really shocked. That's all I can say. So if you're a leader out there and you want to be a leader out there, you better learn the psychology of dealing with human beings. Guns are not going to do anything. I'm already tired with these protests. I'm already tired. So it's a communication and having a rapport that is going to make things work. Because me, last year in Madera constituency, I was among the people. Hi. Yeah, they will cry like babies. They will, because they're underestimating our power. Last year, I was among the people in Madera County on the front line. In Madera County, our constituency, I was on the front line. And that's what I'm saying. It's a psychological thing. I had a very bad perspective about my own MP. By the time we had a communication like one-on-one, that's when my perspective changed. Because they do listen, but they just want to act like, oh, they do listen. So if you're a leader out there and you want people to listen to you, like to understand what is going on, kuja kwa ground, tell us the truth. Huh? Tell us there's no money. Tell us this what is going down. It's a communication thing. If you just come down and tell us, okay, we are grown-ups, we'll understand, it's fine, the nation doesn't have money. But sending goons and sending guns is not making any sense. It's just not making any sense. I'm so angry because I know come Monday, we are going to lose more lives. And I don't want to hear more of deaths. I don't want somebody's going to protest over somebody who was killed by a police. Again, we start going again. It's tiresome. It's tiresome. It's brain draining. It's emotionally draining because of people we put on power who are misusing the power. We don't want more deaths. We don't want more deaths. So that's my point. Whoever, if you kill whoever, please, this is not political. This is not more political. It's more of what we want, and you'll have to listen to us. You'll have to, because we are the ones who put you on power. In fact, you're eating our money. You should be bowing to us, not we bowing to you. So that's what I'm going to say. And I pray and hope on Monday, come Sabasaba, let people who are marching out there to say a point, listen to them, give them a chance to pour out what they have to say. So that's what's up. That's my take. That's Miss Jackie 254's take. And on these things that are going around with the generation. So we have to stand for our own rights, because I feel so bad. I'm a blogger, and a blogger died just because they said the truth. It's so painful that Albert Ojwang died over just speaking the truth. We can't live in a nation like this. How many more will you kill? In fact, me, I'm a sanguine. And I hate somebody. I hate the time you underestimate my power. I hate the time you underestimate my school of thought. I hate the time somebody undermines what I'm thinking or I'm saying. Because you don't know what is more, what is to hit you, what is yet to hit you. So I think this government needs to understand you're not dealing with kids. Millennials are people from 1980s, and Gen Zs are people from 2000. Those people who are, in fact, age enough to become mothers and husbands to people. So you're not dealing with kids. And people are elite, are smart in the head. So please, the government should not take this like it's just about them. It's what we are saying. You have to listen. We want accountability. We want good leadership. You have to listen and bow to us, not us bowing to you. There's no way we can be living like colonial times. It's not making sense anymore. It's not making sense anymore. I've ranted enough, and I hope it has gotten to somebody, because come 2027, oh God, you'll be shocked. You will go home. Whether you like it or not, you're going to go home. Yeah, you're just going to go home. I didn't want to say it publicly, but yes, watakuwa one time. Till next time, God bless you. I love you so much, guys. Thank you for your time. I was just getting emotional on seeing how many people, it could have been you, it could have been me, it could have been you, losing life. Because I was among the front line last year, and this year I was just looking at things from afar. But I don't want people to die anymore. I don't want people to die anymore. So till next time, God bless you. And on Monday, don't shut. Even if you shut the TV this time around, this is, if you 𝐘𝐶𝐴, we are going to come here online and we are going to rant till you become responsible. There's no way we're going to be shutting all the stations we love. In fact, KTN should be among the first stations to be doing drone shots everywhere. Don't shut the favorite stations that we love, because they are going to come back here online and rant about your irresponsibilities. Because if you didn't shut those TVs on that day, people would have not died more than those 15. And I think then more than 15 people died. Not only 15 children died on that day. So, yeah, you have stayed as early as now. Till next time, God bless you. I love you so much, guys. It's a goodbye from now. Somebody's trying to call me. But, yeah, it's a goodbye for now. God bless you so much. And I love you so much, guys. Take care of yourself. Tell a friend to tell a friend that we love you so much, and this nation is ours. We are not going to move anywhere, and we are going to take care of our nation, and we are going to call out all the people that are making our nation become inhabitable. Yes, we are going to call them out. Till next time, God bless you, guys. I love you so much. I thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. Continue commenting. I love you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Bye. And take care. Hii nation ni yetu, hatuendi mahali, ni hao watahama, watuache. See you guys. I love you so much.